Good afternoon everybody, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Thank you so much for joining me. It is a beautiful sunny afternoon here in Lincolnshire in the UK, and it's not too cold for the time of year, so that's the weather forecast done. I'm quite well, thank you. I hope you are too. I am back today to do the book page challenge, using up whole book page for Tattytreasure and Friends Facebook group. So it is hashtag whole book challenge. If you want to join in and put your hashtag in there, then it will join up somewhere with the magic of the World Wide Web with everybody else's, and we'll all be able to have a look. Pop over onto the Facebook group, which you will find, well, you'll find it if you put Tattytreasure and Friends in your search, or Tanya's link is in my description and you'll be able to find it from there. So I've just made something, sat here. I'm sure I'm not the first person to have made it, but I've not copied anybody. I've just sat and folded and made it. So I want to, jump straight in and make this with you before I forget what I did. So it's 2 book pages. So it's 16 book pages each that we're using up. Those of us that are joining in with the video for Tanya. So there are a whole book minimum of about 500 pages is what we're aiming to do. So we'll easily do that with the amount of people that are joining in. And each day we're trying to get through 16 pages. So whoever's day it is, using 16 pages of the book. And if we, if we follow them and do 16 pages every day, we will have, loads of ephemera by the end of it. So this is my second session. I did one at the beginning of October. So these are different ones again to the ones that I did then. If you're confused, if you saw my video and think, well, I've seen this once, this is another video. Okay, so what did I do? I got 2 pages. The first one I folded in half. I just trimmed it there a little bit, as you saw. Now I will undo these again before I glue them and ink them, because I want them inked before they're glued, but I just want to make a couple so that I can remember. So I did that, and then I think I turned over and did the other one the other way. Doesn't matter if you you'll see in a minute that I'm going to fold it back on itself. So all right, that one's fine, because the second one I've done too. The second one I had to change this and fold it over. So yeah, that's worked out fine. That's how I want it. So a bit like the Tuxedo pocket. And then I'm going to fold the other page in half. Oh, it was simpler. The third go was simpler. Should we have that one? No, let's have it upside down at the front, because I'm going to turn it over here. Not that it matters, does it? Now I might also trim that down, I don't know, but my idea was to then stick that in there, just down the 2 sides, and fold this over here. I've got a little tag here, and now I have got, or I will have when it's glued, all sorts of little pockets. So big one across there, or you can call that one, or that one in there, or a great big one across there, and you can put it down on the page and have one there or there. Okay, so let's do it once more. I think that's 3 of those I've got now, but that's all right. Yep. So I'm doing 2 of everything, because I often like to use things doubled up in my journals. Often, not always, but I do like 2 of every pocket at least. Obviously I'm going to have more than 2 of this one. So I'm just trimming the gluey end off, really, is all I'm doing there. Not very straightly either by the look of that, but never mind. Okay, so one of them in half. I better do it a different way this time. So one that way, nearly to the crease but not quite, and turned it over. Yeah, you see I'm definitely folding in a different direction. I don't know what I'm doing, but like I say, it can be. The next one I'm going to ink, and then I can see where I am. mean, the lines of words help a little bit, don't they? So when I fold that, oh no, I fold it over, I've still got that. Yep, lovely. So that's nice and simple, isn't it? So when I stop and change over and move my feet, move my legs, I will ink the ones that I've done so far and then just fold that one down and create one there. Okay, so let's, I'm going to take one apart and ink it, because I don't want too many of these. And I'm just going to ink it all the way around there, because I don't know which bit's going to show and which bit isn't. Okay, I want that bit there inking. Yeah, it's maybe better to fold it first and then you can work out where exactly you do want your ink. Oops, gone in. Yep, so I want that one inking. So both the slanty bits. Yeah, that's it. And then this one's going to be straightforward, isn't it? I hope. Oh, that's quite a simple pocket, and I'm sure somebody will have done it somewhere. In fact, I haven't seen, I have to say, all of the videos from this yet. I've seen a lot of them, but not all of them. So it could well be that somebody's actually already made it on here. It's quite possible. But as far as I'm concerned, it's come from my brain today. Right, what are we going to glue down then? I mean, that's just holding itself together, isn't it? If we just glue that and that. We can always trim the sides if they don't quite meet, you know, the edges of the pocket, or if we want to make it smaller. We may have to re-glue, but that's not a big issue, is it? Just pop it inside there. Layer it up there. Now you could take a divot out of there if you wanted to make a pocket at the back, or you could add another book page behind it. Yeah, if you wanted to make it a proper enclosed pocket. Okay, so that's making that one. And then, I mean, you could have that as a pocket as well, couldn't you? Or a what's the word? A flip up. I'm going to glue mine down for now, but I might do some with a flip up or something there, or another pocket down it. So, I could have left the side open. I'll do that on the next one, and I'll cut a divot out so that we know. Okay, so that one's just down as a flat one. So let's go back and use the ones I've got. So, is that the way on? We didn't fold this one over, did we? Let's put a little, now my little divot maker has broken, so I've only got, this is the smallest one I've got, 1.5 inches. I think it'd be okay if I only take a tiny bit. Oh, I had a feeling it didn't like the very thin one sheet. Should have put some paper behind it. Never mind, it's got a divot now. Okay, have I done it in the right place yet? Yep. I think so. We'll find out when we put it together. Oops. So I think when you see this, it will actually be my birthday. Now, it's not my birthday today. I'm not filming it on my birthday. I'm not filming on my birthday. So yeah, I hope I'm having a nice time. I'm sure I am having, at the very least, cake and coffee, if nothing else. Haven't made any plans as of yet, but that doesn't mean that there's nothing happening. We'll see what the day brings. Neil is off work, so that's nice. And that'll just be a tube in there, yeah. Yes, super. I did it on this, didn't I? Oops. Did you see that little blob of glue that just escaped? I didn't glue the bottom, did I? I don't think there's any need. Is there? No, I don't think there is. And this is glued down, this flap, it's going to hold. Oops, gone over the, yeah, I should ink that so I can see it. So I went over the crease. When I folded it up again, it pushed all this off. Is this the gluey side? Yes. See how quickly that thin drizzle of glue dries. Yeah, that's better. I can see now that I'm not actually going onto the crease. Definitely better. Yeah. Oops. Sticking to me. Okay, stick these two down. And those two down. Yep. So that's the back. Just hold it a minute. Rushing the glue a little bit. It does work fast, but I've got to leave it still long enough to work. And then I'll just do an L shape along here. Oops, and I just got that one in. Did I not ink across there? I didn't, did I? That's not a problem. Let's just get a piece of scrap. That's it. Probably get inked again when we decorate, to be honest, but yeah, I like it. Okay, so that's that one. So I'll call that two on each. That's 4 of my pages, 4 of my 16. Right, and the next one's going to be 2s as well. Okay, here's my next 4 pages then. So this one is one that I've seen somebody else do. This is from Pam at the Paper Outpost, who I believe does, no, I don't believe, I know, because I watch her. She does loads and loads and loads of book page, using up book pages. So this is one of her very early ones. So this is 2 pages. Now she does them 2 different ways. She does them this way and the width ways. I'm only just going to do this sideways way on one. So you might want to go, if you want to look, you might want to go see her do the other side, or you can maybe work it out from yourself for yourself. So all you do, keep your 2 pages together and as straight as you can. I can never fold them over straight, never, like that. So you've got, you know, a bit of an over, I want to say overflap, what is the word? Overlay, you know, where they meet, so you can glue them, goodness me. And then cut them into about 3. Or there are about, so you can do them, you don't have to have them all the same, you can do all different sizes if you want. I'm doing them all the same at 3, and then if I've got anything left over I'll just discard it. It's just much easier than measuring for me. So you can see one of them's like 1 millimetre, because I've cut it against it, 1 millimetre different to the other. That's fine, and I've cut into it there. So that bit I'm just getting rid of. So we've got 6 really individual pieces that are going to create an individual pocket, and all glued together. So I put them all together like that, and just, where's my hole punch? Just cut through the front. Now I know Pam cuts through the whole thing, front and back, so again, you must do whatever you like. And then we've got 6 identical pieces. Now I'm only going to use 5 and put one on one side. 1, 2, oh there, those 2 won't come apart. I was going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm just going to use 5 just because of the length of the finished item for my journals. And then the one that's left over, I will just make an individual one of these out, just make an individual pocket. So that we are just making 5, you know, little fold over pockets like this, and we're just going to stack them to make them into a long stacked envelope, yeah, stacked pocket pockets, stacked pockets pocket. Pam even put some paper on the back of hers, or card or something, you know, a long strip, and made it into a belly band, which was a good idea. I'm just going to use mine as pockets, I think. I mean, we're not decorating them or anything yet, so I've a chance to change my mind many times. Right, so far all I've done is ink the top, not the sides, because I'm going to do that at the end, and the bottoms are going to be hidden, all but one. So we'll make that this one, shall we? So the bottom one, sort of taking the lid off then, you know, the whole thing. Just ever so slightly on the edge, glue that down so it makes, like, you know, the sleeve pocket like that. And because this is the bottom one, I'm going to close the bottom. The rest I'm not going to, but you can if you just want short pockets all the way. Okay, so close the bottom, and yeah, do that to them all then, apart from you don't have to close the bottom. Just glue them all down. So you've got 5 or 6 should you wish to use them all, or you could do 4 bigger ones if you just cut your page in half. You can work it out, can't you? There are so many different possibilities once you've got the basics of this one. And I had seen her do this a long time ago when I first started. I think I probably even made one when I first started junk journaling, but yeah, I don't think I've made it in the last year for sure, maybe 2. So it's a new one to me as well. So it'll be something new, something different in my journals that I haven't had for a while. Last one. And then I'm just going to ink the back bit ever so slightly, because I didn't take, like I say, Pam had a divot out both front and back. I am just taking it out the back, so I'm doing that so it's got a divot right. So that's the bottom one. Then they're just going to be stacked like this on top of each other. So I'm not closing the bottom so that large tags can go, you know, through 2, or if you want 3 of them, if you want them all to just have small tags in each one and it not go through, you can close up, you know, the back of each one. Yes, I have found some interesting words, nothing rude or particularly offensive, but using this Reader's Digest book, yeah, there are some interesting bits of text that you you come across. I think this one is something about a farm, this story, yeah, the mountain farm. And one of the pages I made had something about I don't know, a sheep with a lamb stuck. It was like, really? Do I want that in my junk journal? But I'm sure it will be decorated over. Oh, so of course you can make these long, you know, put them right down there. You can make them really short and just stack them up against each other. It's really up to you. Oh, look, he kissed her great. Goodness. Gratefully, I'm thinking that is going to say. Yeah, so lid on there. I'm going to make another one, aren't I? So leave it off. Mind, I've got some cutting to do, and then I'll just ink the edges there. Now you can go back if they've not glued really well. Once you've given it a few minutes, you know, if they're not sticking, you can go back in and, you know, where they're overhanging, put more glue in, and you can see where, you know, that one wasn't straight. So you could always trim them off first before you put them together, but you know, I'm happy for it to look like the amateur piece it does. So I'll just, like I say, I want 2 of them, so I've trimmed it, haven't I? At the risk of boring you, or trying not to bore you, but hoping I don't, I'm going to do that again. And yeah, just in case you want to do it along with me again. You see, this is the problem I have, is getting it square. I'm not very good at it, but I'm not going to stress about it. I've just spotted that one there. So because I made 6, there was a spare one, wasn't there? So all I'm going to do is actually, oops, I changed my mind, but it's too late, my glue had come out. Close that up as a single pocket. So I've got a single one there as well. Close the bottom up. Yeah, just a basic little pocket there. Okay, right. It's as straight as I'm going to get it, isn't it? Let's see how close to 3 I can get them. I think I'm making them smaller. Oh, and not very straight. Not very straight. Well, it's not too bad actually. It's where it goes round the back, isn't it, that it doesn't look very straight. Oh, I don't know. I give up. I don't suppose they all have to be the same size actually, do they? It just depends what you do when you stack them. Okay, so all I've cut off there is a load of white paper, so I just put mine all together to, is that the right way up? To take the divot out, and then they're in theory all lined up if everything else is. That's it. Oh, quite a big one. I wonder if I could. I only need the tops, don't I? Let's see. Oh, it didn't do too bad actually. Just trying to speed it along a bit for you. There. Okay, fold them all. Remember, you're only doing 5, Denise. 2, 3, 4. Guess what comes next? 5. Let's just move that one out the way for now. And then, shall we just glue them all? Let's have a bit of a mass make. So that will be 8 pages. So that's halfway through my pages for today. Used up. When I've got this one together. Yeah, that looks to have gone off a bit up there, a bit wonky at the top. I can trim that though if it shows. Is that my 5? That was quicker, wasn't it? Oops. So we'll glue that one as the bottom. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the one that's going to be. Oh, I thought I'd glued one of them up. Oh, that's the one that I glued earlier. Oh no, what am I doing? That's my bottom. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to glue this one. You've got to laugh at me or you'd cry. Why is that so small? See what I mean? I was thinking, why did I have so much space there? I didn't fold it on its proper crease. That's better. Time I went and had a cup of tea, don't you think? Right, if I ink the one that I've sealed at the bottom, that will help, won't it? That's it. Help me for a few minutes. See, that feels quite a shortish one to me. I don't know. Oops. Definitely looks shorter than that one, but it doesn't matter. Why have I not glued that one then? I'm losing my marbles. Yeah, look. At least I spotted that and I've done it now. That's it, nobody will know. She says. There we go. They're quite enjoyable to make actually. They're quite therapeutic, sitting here, you know, doing the same thing over and over again. We'll cover the Land Rover up. Yeah, because you could do, you know, even more of a mass make than this, couldn't you? You could You could really get through some book pages. Did I not ink the backs of them? Just that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I've made this one a little bit smaller by the looks of it. Cord breeches led his lads to battle. I'm just making my own silly jokes up now. Oh yeah, I've done those a lot closer together. So that's a smaller one, and you can see what a big chunk I've got on the bottom there. So I could probably get another one on that one. I think I will. I might as well use them up. The little single ones will come in, but I don't want too many of them. Oops. I'll have to seal it up. Wow, that one's sealed though. Does that matter? I don't suppose it does. Not really. I did say you could seal them all, didn't I? Okay, so that will be, whereabouts are we going? Yeah. So that's using all your, no, that's not what I wanted, is it? Gone too far. Gone too far down on that one. That's using all your 6 pieces up. It'll soon dry off. Can you see what I said about where she put a piece of paper down the back and then made it a belly band that way? Yeah, it might be better if I did it on my board and kept them straight. We're going a little bit banana shaped. Okay, so that's those. That's another 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 8 of my pages, so we've more to do yet. Okay, let's try and do some simple ones then that are not going to take a lot of folding and a lot of gluing. I'm not making a paper aeroplane. Do I? Let me just think. Try that. Right. Fold it in half, Denise. That's it. No, not that way. That way. Fold it in half that way. Yeah, I am making a paper aeroplane. What I want to do is that, so turn these two down as well, so opposites. Yes, I'm making it up as I go along. You guessed it. So we've got 2 one way, 2 the other. Is it going to work? So we've got that kind of shape, and then fold it up like that. Yeah, now I could have had that inside, but I quite like it outside. Yeah, I'm going to fasten it down outside. Okay, so that's a pocket in there and a pocket in there. And that could be hidden German space, couldn't it? So I don't need to put that down. So I need to, gosh, I need to glue down there. Do I need to glue those down? I'll just... Oops. I think I probably did. Is that right? That way? Yeah. That's it. You could, I mean, you could cut them off, but they give it a bit of... Are you glued? And I'll glue that one down. Yeah, give it a bit of strength, don't they? But we're not going to glue the front one. Only there. Oh. And across the back would be good, wouldn't it? There. Yeah, super. So yeah, not huge pockets, but often I want smallish pockets in my journals. So yeah, so you could cut that off, glue it down, or you know, I'm thinking with a square of paper on it, it would be a nice journal spot. Right, so let's see if we can do that quicker then. So paper aeroplane, yeah, and then turn it upside down and paper aeroplane this way, or turn it in half, then we're getting the middle, aren't we? Should have maybe done that first. yeah, because I'm not quite in the middle. And then paper aeroplane that way. That is if you know how to make a paper aeroplane. If not, you think that I've lost my marbles, but I haven't. Okay, then fold it that way and decide. Oh, and cleverly enough, I don't know how I managed that, but I managed to make one the opposite. Even better. That's it. Once I've got it folded, I'll go back in and glue it. So glue those two down. A little bit. They're not likely to come out, I don't think. And then doing this way. It's just with me doing it the other way. We glued this side, didn't we? Am I right? I think I am. Yeah, because that's got the pocket there. And then we glued that little flap down because we're not using it. Hope I'm in camera. And oops. Then we just that little piece there and that one there. Oh, they were nice quick ones, good. So that's another 2. That's leaving me with 6, isn't it? Okay, I'm wondering if I should make some tags. Right, I've come up with another thought. So this is taking me back to some that pockets that I used to have made with Tanya at Tattytreasure when we did her a long time ago. Similar, they're not the same, but that's what's given me the idea. On the Edith Holden folder, not gone all the way across there. Right, fold it in about a third and then fold the other over, but it's left a bit of a gap, look, like that, and then fold that up. What I'm thinking is that's going to be, if I glue it down and just glue it there, it's going to be a triple 3 pockets on a page, if you see what I mean. So yeah, triple pocket, but with a lot of pages being used. And then I just fancied having that one up there like that. So this first across here. That's it. And then I'm going to do that one across there. Just for, you know, like a ticket tuck or something like that. So like a ticket tuck can go in there. And then if I close this end, that's it, and leave this end open. Oh, I needed to, which bit did I close? Should have closed all of that. So I've just got like one part of it open, not all of it. And then, oh, I bet I can't do that now. My thing's too big. Can't cut my divot in it. I'll have to not have one. Just thinking what else I've got that I could cut a hole with. Anyway, let's make another one because I'm going to put them, well, I was thinking 3 on a page, but it might only be 2 because of how I folded them in. So let's try and get the same. So this will use 3 pages anyway, won't it? Try and get the same-ish dimensions, that's it. So fold it there, not quite a third, but nearly. I put it down so I know what I'm doing, and then, yeah, folded that one across. It's not very straight. Fold that one across. Like that. And this one's going up like that. Now let me think about what I have to glue to save me going back in. Squeak. Yeah, I want all this bit glued down, don't I? So I just want that glued down across the one because I want it to open. Oh, hand up there. So that's creating my pocket, my underneath pocket in there. And then this one can all be could have had one from that way, couldn't I? But I'm not going to. Close it all down. Just to save confusion. Oops. That's it. And then across the top there. Now, obviously, these were made and put onto one of these with Edith Holden paper when Tanya did it, and they were made smaller than the page, so I'll probably need to just cut these down a little bit so that they fit. Now, I could take a divot out of the whole thing, I suppose, couldn't I? What shall we do them at 5? So they're both the same. That's it, didn't take so much off that one. Yeah, I could. That's a good idea. I know only the front is opening, but it's going on book page. Is that the right way? Yes. Should have done them together. You know, these things always come to you afterwards. Not a problem though. Super. How many pages did I have left? Just got 2 after this one then. That way up and that way up on this page then. Yeah, so I didn't ink anything, but I don't think that's an issue. Especially not with this book, because it's got its own distressed coloration, as you can probably see. Now if I put that down, the whole thing, including around here, that bottom piece will stick and it will just open where I want it to, and the second divot won't interfere. I could have made it quite a lot smaller actually, couldn't I? Never mind. Like that. Oh Denise, I'm so rough with things. Right, so that will now just open. Yeah, just open there, not the bottom. Lovely. Now we could open it up and put that one on the front, couldn't we? Like I say, the possibilities are endless, but I'll do what I was thinking of doing. Did I ink that one yet? I didn't come up with any tags though, did I? I said I was going to try and do tags, a couple of tags. I mean, tags are fairly straightforward, aren't they? I might though, because I haven't got that many. I might just fold some over and make some tags, because yeah, I could do with some. Especially if I can make them to fit things like this. This silence is appalling, she thought. No silence round here. Yeah, and then I'm going to trim that. Or shall I just give it a bit of extra strength, won't it, if I just fold it behind? What do we think? I think I'll fold it behind for now and leave it. Oh, that's quite, it wants to fold. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, so I haven't got enough to make another one. I said I like to make 3. I've got a spare page there though. I'd like to make 2. I'm going to, because I've got one here where I was having a play. Right, that way. Yep. So let's do it the same size. So about 1/3. About there. Yep, so fold it into 3 with one of them just slightly smaller. And preferably straight, but doesn't seem to want to. And then that bit up there, just to give us a kick up. Shall we ink that bit this time? Oh, that looks like, I was going to say it looks like black, but it's not. That's it. Yeah, and just glued that down in an L, didn't we? Oh, not across there. Across there. That's it. I don't know why I didn't glue that top down, but maybe I should have. this edge bit here anyway. That's it, let's not do it on there. And then, did we say we was gluing all this down? Yeah. Yeah, it was a good job to make too, because then I've got it in my head what I'm doing. Is that the right way up? Yes, it is. I was thinking I've done that upside down. Yeah, that's it. And then the same here. So the L, no, not an L, a U. Across there, down there, and across there. Is that right? Yeah. That's what I've closed it. That's it, and then all this. It's great fun, isn't it? I know people who are actually doing it, the YouTubers, are saying what good fun it is. They hadn't realised that they're going to have quite so much fun doing it. Me also. I mean, I was looking forward to it, but I didn't think it'd be quite this much fun. But it really is fun playing with the book pages. So yeah, if you haven't had a go yet, come and join us. It's great fun. Right, what did we say? I did them at 5, didn't I? I might do them just slightly under. Give me a bit more book page around it. I must have folded that a different way because I've got that upside down, the book page. The writing on that one's upside down and it's the right way up. I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't have them that way either. I know that doesn't affect me because I've still got one upside down, but it would be quite nice, wouldn't it, to have the two opposites? So I'm going to do that. And divot. So which way am I going? I'm confused. That way? That way, and at the top. No, that's the same. That way. I'll be less confused if I had the one the right way up. No, it's funny because all the others I've done are not the wrong way up. Don't know how I managed that. So how was I putting it on the whole thing? Oh, and that's all my pages used. Yay! So I don't know how many more days there are to go. It's supposed to be to the end of October. I think 1 or 2 people have said they would do it, and for one reason or another couldn't. So, but I know Tanya's not taking it past October because she's going to decorate them in November, which will also be full. Yeah, let us know on the Facebook page or on my channel or Tanya's channel or all 3 if you're joining in and what you're doing. Show us what you're making, what you think to what we've made. Yeah, and then again I'm just going to fold that bottom up for now till I decide. Okay, so what did we make? I think it's been a long video, but I have done some faffing about, shall we say, in a good way, because I like to faff. So these two simple ones, they're all simple really, aren't they? 2 of these stacked ones, one with 5, one with 6, so we've got a little spare, and then 2 of these, sort of the tuxedos with an extra couple of tucks. Yeah, gosh, my box is getting quite full of these lovely things now. So yeah, give me a thumbs up. It's been lovely making these with you. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you tomorrow hopefully. Bye for now.